Godzilla, a true icon. But not every version of the King of the Monsters has been respected by the fans. Godzilla 1998, the first American attempt at a Godzilla movie, has had one of the more interesting stories in all of the Big G-Man's history. While your average movie lover will usually mention this Godzilla as their first experience with the monster, at least over here in the States, and that they enjoyed the movie, a very vocal part of the Godzilla fanbase continues to rip into this version of the big atomic reptile. Toho, the original creators of Godzilla, even went out of their way to shame this version of the monster, taking God out of its name, and in the movie Godzilla Final Wars, having the real Godzilla make quick work out of the new Zilla monster. While Zilla was not the classic, unstoppable, borderline invincible representation of the King of the Monsters that classic Godzilla fans grew up loving, the beast itself was kinda given an unfair reputation, at least in my opinion. The fight in Final Wars was cool, I'll give it that, but this next battle between Godzilla and Zilla is much more exciting and less of a middle finger to Zilla. Found in the comic series Godzilla Rulers of the Earth, this fight spanned over issue 1 and 2, and gave some of the gnarliest visuals I've ever seen. Before we start, feel free to follow us on Instagram at DangervilleYouTube. And let's not waste any more time, let's get to it. The story starts off with Zilla coming ashore on the beach of Honolulu, Hawaii. From here on, the beast appears to attack and destroy the city wildly and viciously, even going as far as pinpointing certain individuals, which is very rare for any Godzilla to ever do. After some time, special forces use heavy weaponry to halt the advance of Zilla. As they continue to fire at Zilla, the monster senses a powerful force approaching, dodging right in time to avoid the atomic blast of the one true king, Godzilla. At this point, Zilla and Godzilla stare each other down, and then charge. After the battle rages for what seems like hours, Godzilla gets a good grab of Zilla and flings the smaller monster into a building, collapsing it to the ground. Godzilla then charges up his atomic blast and fires at the heap of rubble for added effect. Roaring in victory, he thought he had won, but the fight was not over yet. The smoke clears and a giant hole can be seen. Zilla dug a tunnel in an instant to avoid the blast and was now out of sight. Moments later, Zilla emerges from the ground on Godzilla's flank and rushes to slam him before he could react. The King of the Monsters is able to handle the blow and then delivers a mighty crunching bite to the back of Zilla's neck. If it was not for the actions of the military at this point, it would have likely been the demise of this Zilla, as Godzilla's bite was clean and on a vital location. The fight then rages on with Zilla once again avoiding direct combat due to being overpowered by the much larger Godzilla, digging another tunnel and this time strategizing a plan that would lead to the ground falling out from underneath Godzilla. As the G-Man fell into the abyss created by Zilla, hollowing out the ground below him, Zilla then emerged and was once again slammed by human weaponry. In an attempt to avoid the incoming missiles, Zilla runs towards the ocean, but then the copters firing at him are vaporized by the atomic blast. Zilla looks around in confusion, not knowing how the giant beast could have gotten out of the hole so fast. In shock, Zilla leaves his guard open and Godzilla strikes, bursting through a skyscraper and grabbing Zilla by the throat. He begins to charge his atomic blast, looking to end the fight, but Zilla notices multiple human aircrafts incoming. They fire a volley of missiles at the two monsters locked in combat, and Zilla cleverly lunges his head back, letting the rockets strike Godzilla directly in the face. Godzilla loses his grip and Zilla quickly heads for the oceans to escape. Knowing that his foe was able to get away, Godzilla roared in anger, and then slowly gave up on his rampage and walked back to sea. The battle was over. Hey Residence Jacob here. So I like every Godzilla, Zilla included, so to see a more natural and fair take on the fight between these two monsters was great for me. Godzilla was slowly gaining control and would have eventually killed Zilla in this instance, but it wasn't easy and showcased both the monsters' strengths pretty well. A fight with Godzilla from the animated series would have been even better, I think, but let me know what you guys think. If you want more small stories like this, make sure and share this video with your friends and show them this epic fight. Consider subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell, and liking the video if you feel we earned it. As always guys, peace out.